Indian serial poster. The Phantom serial starring Tom Tyler is a black and white 15-chapter production released in USA in 1943 by Columbia Pictures. Several posters, lobby cards, advertisements, and other promotional paraphernalia were produced to coincided with the release of the Phantom serial. A unique poster promoting the Phantom serial was produced in India approximately 30 years after the USA release in 1943. Very little is known about this Indian version of the poster. However, some indicators lead us to believe that it was produced and issued in the early 1970s. Unfortunately, there are no dates of manufacture or any NSS/National Screen Service number on either of the two variations of the Indian 30-inch by 40-inch Phantom serial posters. Determining exactly when the 1943 serial was released in India has also presented a challenge. But with some observation, we can narrow down both questions within a few years. The Phantom logo/title seen on both poster variations suggest that they were printed sometime after March 1967. We can accurately come to this conclusion by seeing the exact stylized Phantom logo/title appearing on Phantom King Comics cover, issue number 21. We know that the printer of this full-color poster, Master Printers Bombay, was a business incorporated on the 28th of June, 1971. Its primary company activity was manufacturing paper and paper products, publishing, printing, and reproduction. The address of the business at that time was 216 Neelam, Mumbai, formerly Bombay, MHIN 400018. There is even less information regarding the red duotone version other than it was the Madras Litho Press that printed it, located at 73 Triplicane High Road, Chennai, 6000005, India. Its primary company activity was printing. Despite both posters being printed from the same original artwork, a signature of the artist, possibly read as G.V. Raman, is not visible on the color version. With close examination of both posters, there is significant loss of line detail on the red duotone version. Perhaps it was copied from the color version? This suggestion could also explain why the signature only appears on the duotone version. It should be noted that the signature was printed on the poster and not signed in ink. Hello, and welcome to our channel, Australian Daybill Posters, where we linen back posters. On today's episode, we are going to linen back 1943, possibly 70s Indian serial poster. The Phantom serial starring Tom Tyler is a black and white 15-chapter production released in USA in 1943 by Columbia Pictures. The Phantom is a 1943 15-chapter cliffhanger superhero serial produced by Rudolph C. Flodhow, directed by B. Reeves Eason, and starring Tom Tyler in the title role. It is based on Lee Falk's comic strip The Phantom, first syndicated to newspapers in 1936 by King Features Syndicate. The serial also features Jean Bates as the Phantom's girlfriend Diana Palmer, and Ace the Wonder Dog as the Phantom's trusted German Shepherd Devil, who is a wolf in the original comic strip. Relaxing paper. We soak the paper with distilled filtered water to relax the paper fibers. Water helps with expanding of the paper. The poster border has mold. Mold damages paper fibers. Detergent is used to not only help the poster relax the paper, but it will also remove any impurities within the paper fibers, like natural dirt and oils. This will help to remove from many years of handling and storage. What is linen backing? Linen backing is a conservation process that preserves and strengthens old, fragile paper items like vintage posters by adhering them to a piece of linen or cotton cloth. It involves using reversible, acid-free adhesives and a layer of pH-neutral rice paper between the poster and the linen to smooth out folds, prevent further degradation, and make it easier to display and frame. This process can also help correct minor damage, such as tears, pinholes, and discoloration. If you haven't already, please Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you like our content, if you would like to see more. Always thoroughly rinse after each application. All products used are fully reversible, from canvas, masa paper, wheat paste, watercolored pencils, and markers. Buffering is a solution we use before deacidification. A buffering agent at pH 6.5 to 7 is used to stabilize the colors. This also helps to remove some acid within the paper fibers before bleaching. Professor Davidson plans an expedition to find the lost city of Zolaz. The location of the city is contained on 7 pieces of ivory, 3 of which Davidson already possesses. Dr. Bremer, however, intends to find the lost city and use it as a secret airbase for his unnamed country. To remove him as an obstacle, he kills the Phantom, only for his recently returned son, Jeffrey Prescott, to inherit the family identity and take over the mantle of the Phantom. 3 of the remaining ivory pieces are owned by Singapore Smith, who initially steals Davidson's pieces. The 7th, and most important, piece is missing at first, but turns up in the possession of Tartar, which the Phantom acquires by wrestling Tartar's pet gorilla. Thank you for watching our videos. Feel free to check out our previous videos. We hope you're enjoying our content. Bleaching the poster will remove the acid discoloration. This will also lighten the poster color, making the pigmentation of the poster appear brighter and cleaner. A thorough rinse will be needed to remove any bleach. If bleach isn't removed, then the bleach left in the paper will contribute to the aging process. All bleach must be removed. Cast: Tom Tyler as Godfrey Prescott / the Phantom, Jean Bates as Diana Palmer, Ernie Adams as Rusty Fenton, John Banney as Moku, Frank Shannon as Professor Davidson, Kenneth MacDonald as Dr. Max Bremer, Joe Devlin as Singapore Smith, Al Ferguson as Thug, uncredited. We have to apply several applications of bleach to remove the stain and acid buildup. Will this damage the poster? Not if a thorough rinse is conducted. Like most serials, The Phantom had a low budget. Most of the serial was filmed in the Hollywood Hills, which doubled as the African jungle. For the serial, the Phantom's real name is Jeffrey Prescott. In the comic strip, his real name had not yet been introduced. The Phantom's real name was eventually introduced into the comic strip as Kit Walker. The Phantom tells Singapore Smith to call him Walker when he covers his costume with a hat, dark glasses, and an overcoat so he can enter civilization unobtrusively. Klein wrote that Tyler's characterization, in his last serial role, was more vivid than that in Adventures of Captain Marvel, but slightly less memorable. He added that Tyler had an almost uncanny resemblance to the comic strip character. However, Pascoe said that he seems old beyond his years, and not at all the vigorous young man who could plausibly do what the script demands of him. Harmon and Glut described him as wooden in his speech and movements, the Gary Cooper of B films. Wheat paste and a buffer is applied for adhesive. The buffer helps to prevent acid recurring, and acid-free fully reversible adhesive is administered. Phantom creator Lee Falk disliked the serial, commenting that it looks like it was shot in a phone booth. All products used are fully reversible, from canvas, masa paper, wheat paste, watercolored pencils, and markers. Now the poster has been washed with detergent, buffered, deacidified. Buffered again, bleached, then buffered again, wheat pasted, and now the poster will need 3 days to dry. Then time to cut down and a 1-inch border is trimmed. Now time to roll and squeegee out any excess air pockets. And flatten the poster to canvas. We don't want any excess wheat paste or air left in and on the poster. Time to clean up any excess wheat paste. Failing to remove any leftover residual on the poster will cause an unpleasant look, flaky, and untidy marks. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you like our content, if you would like to see more. Thank you for watching our videos. Feel free to check out our previous videos. We hope you're enjoying our content.